Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's another great weekend, another great review. One of my biggest, I bet. So I did a couple of video tests, and the sound quality is great. Uh, this webcam actually has a light on it, so if I ever have a bad storm, I could use this. So I hope, Legend Kid, I hope you're here, because guess what? Today, we're not just reviewing this book. We're not just reviewing this book. As you read on the waiting thing, I'm also reviewing other Legend of Zelda merchandise that I have. So let's get started with the review. So this is the Legend of Zelda Hyrule Historia. Everything Zelda based that you need to know. And I mean literally everything Zelda based. And as you can see, I'm just pumped. I got my Zelda shirt on. I have my hat. Yes, my hair is a mess. As you can see. That's why I have my hat on, because my hair is totally a mess. I mean, literally totally a mess. Really bad. So, inside the Legend of Zelda Historia, there's a lot of really cool stuff. Like, for example, it tells you, all the people that made the book. It shows you Shigeru Miyamoto, which is the guy right here. So this is the guy right here who made The Legend of Zelda. If it wasn't for this guy, we wouldn't have Zelda to this very day. So it was this gentleman right here. Great creator. I wish I could have met him, but I haven't met him yet. You never know. I might meet him. You never know. But yeah, so there's a big, huge table of contents in this book. But if you could ever get your hands on this, the price on the back here, it says for United States, it's $34.99. For Canadians, it's $38.99. So it's still around $40, both American and Canadian. But like I said, literally everything in here is all Legend of Zelda based. And I mean, look at this. Here's an example of a page I'm going to show you guys in this review. Look at this. That's original Link from the original Legend of Zelda right there. Look at him. Isn't that cool? See, this is how Link used to look back when we were kids. When I was a kid, that's how I knew Link. That's how I knew him. But I'll show you guys how Link looks today. Just going to find the page. Not that one. That's Toon Link. I'm going to show you guys how we know Link today, though. Okay, let's see. Where is it? Okay, there's all of Ganondorf. There's all of Princess Zelda. So, here's how... Okay, so here's the timeline of Link. So I'm going to show everybody again so I can see. So there's all the different ways Link looked back in the day. So, for all of you Zelda fans out there that, grew up back in the old Nintendo days, the Link that we'd all know is right there. That's the Link we all know back then. Here's the Link that we know today. The Link that we mostly know today is this one from Skyward Sword right there. That's how we know Link today. But I mean, if you look at these pictures, it shows you how far the hero of legend has come. You know what I mean? This is really the timeline. He's come a long way. Now, to all you other Zelda fans out there, if there's one of you out there that tells me that's not Link, you saw the name at the top of the book there. This is Zelda. So when you hear the name Legend of Zelda, there's the image. Okay? This is the girl that you rescue in the game. Now, I know a lot of Nintendo fans out there, they will argue, and they'll say, okay. They'll say, so why is the game called The Legend of Zelda if you play as this green elf character that goes shooting bad guys? Well, it's the same thing with the game Metroid. Why they call it Metroid when you go around as a character that has a big green arm cannon going. But anyway, but as you guys saw on that page, which I will show it again, so that way people that are joining the chat now can see it. So again, okay, that is Link. All right, so this is Link in the Legend of Zelda Historia. Okay, so there's all the different Link from the different generations. And again, that's Princess Zelda. Now, I'll bet all of you are saying, where's Ganon, the evil bad guy you fight? Well, Ganon really did not have many forms. The best known Ganon that we remember is this one. Yes, that's known as Pigface. Then there was Ganondorf, who turned into Ganon. Then there was Toon Ganondorf, and then that's the one we know today. But like I said, if you guys can get your hands on a copy of this book, especially to all of you Zelda fans, I would highly recommend. I recommend getting this book. I've had this in my collection, and I'm glad I do. Now, what's a Zelda review if I stop right there, right? What's a Zelda review if I stop right there? Well, you guys are probably wondering, what other goodies do I have for you guys here today? Well, why don't you guys take a look at this? Now, my brother Kevin, who just joined the live feed, me and Kevin, we go back to this. So I got a feeling he's going to beat me up for it. I recommend if you guys can find this at your local video store or a movie store, I recommend it. This is the Triforce of Wisdom, Link. The evil wizard Ganon has the Triforce of Power. Yes, folks, this is the complete series of the Legend of Zelda cartoon. I got this at an old video store. It's no longer in service. It's no longer open. It was called Entertainment Overload. It used to be here in Welland. And yes, you guys can see the price tag. I still have it on there because I don't rip these things off. But I paid $20 for this. And I mean, literally, it's literally a complete series. Like, look at this. Like, look. Okay, there's the DVD box right there. Okay, and look, you get 3 discs of the complete series, and it is an awesome cartoon. Yes, and I will say this right now because I know Kevin's gonna say it. But excuse me, princess. If I'd known you were coming, I would have asked the moms to sweep up before I zapped them. But anyway, yes, I do have the Legend of Zelda. Like I said, I have the Legend of Zelda, the complete series. And I do, like I said, I do recommend you guys, if you do like the Legend of Zelda, the cartoon, I would definitely say, get this. And yes, Eric, I won't drop it. Oh, I guess I did. All right, that's that. Put that over in the folder. All right. The next thing that I got here on the list, which everybody, now this I cannot drop. I'm going to say this right now. If I drop this, it'll break. It's glass. You guys are probably wondering why I have a phone box. Now, I am sorry. I don't know how to play any of the songs. So you guys might say, my ears, my ears. It is the Ocarina of Time. And it's made of pure glass. I got this at a Comic-Con. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Nope. No problem there, Flexi. Thank you for coming in when you could, though, for a little bit. But as I said, folks, unfortunately, I don't know how to play the songs on this, but as you can see, it is playable. See? The cat over there is looking at me like, Dad, shut up. I'm trying to sleep. Sorry, kitty. But yeah, so that's the Ocarina of Time. I have this in my collection. But I do recommend if you guys get the glass version, do keep it in the foam container that it comes in. Do not just think, oh, I'm careful, and there goes your ocarina. So definitely I recommend keep it in the foam. This will keep it safe. Now, I know a lot of you guys out there are most likely going to say to me, you're not a girl, so why do you have that? Well, me and my best friend, we have this. This is the Legend of Zelda heart container necklace. This one I got from Comic-Con. Okay, this is a very, very nice piece. I keep it in the box. I have never worn this one because I want to make sure I keep it safe. It looks really nice. It's really unique. And it has like a little magnetic thing to keep it on the box. The next thing I'm going to show you guys, it's already out of the box. I had it in the box. This is what my best friend got me at Comic-Con. It's a really nice piece. It's the Legend of Zelda Hylian Shield and Master Sword. Now, I used to wear it a lot, but there is a reason why I don't wear this anymore. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if you guys can see that in the camera. I'll zoom in on it. Can you guys see that? So that right there is the Master Sword in top of the necklace. So what you can do is you can take the Master Sword out. Watch. See? Take the Master Sword right out. But the problem is this is loosened over the years. So if I'm wearing it and I'm not careful, the Master Sword will fall out. So it's a nice collector piece, and I do keep it in this box. Speaking of Master Sword, I do have another one, another necklace. So this one, for all you people who get what's called traditional letters, like, if you get like a little letter and you want to open it easier, this is actually a letter opener. It's a Master Sword in a foam case. To open the letter like a letter opener, you just pull the sword out like that. See? Pretty cool, eh? That's pretty cool. You just take it out like that and you open your letters. But I wouldn't recommend wearing this, at any metal detection thing. Like if you go to a metal detector, I wouldn't be wearing this because that will go doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I wouldn't wear that. I got these on the wish.com app. Me and my best friend, we each have one as well. So I have so right here you can see it. I have the blue heart container necklace, and I have the red one as well. Me and my best friend, we each have one, and they are so cool. Again, I don't wear them a lot because I don't want to ruin them, but it's a nice collector piece to keep in your collection. Really, really cool. Now, speaking of Master Swords, and I know my brother Kevin is going to be like, he's going to be like, how many of them do you have? Well, I have a dagger. Check this out. This thing I also got on eBay. So there it is. Now, I am going to be very careful with this as well because my support worker had to hot glue it for me because there was a time, I will admit, with me being very, showing off of my new stuff, I used to sleep with this, outside the box, and the cat accidentally knocked it on the floor and it broke the sheath. It had a big crack in the side here. So my worker was able to glue it and fix it. So now, and there's the dagger. Like, look at that. Like, now I will admit it's not sharp. Like the side of the blade is dull. Same with the top. It's a dull dagger. They're not sharp. You can sharpen them. You can sharpen these, but I would not recommend it. So there's my dagger. It's really cool. And again, I got this for about $20 on eBay. It's not bad. Just gonna put it back into its box so it's safe. There we go. Now, speaking of Master Swords, I know a lot of you are sitting here and you're probably thinking, well, he's got all these little ones, so I feel safe. Well, I got big ones. Here they come. And I do want to address this note to my best friend, because in case my best friend came onto the live stream, because she would be upset if I didn't say this, okay? I do have another Master Sword and a Hylian Shield in my closet there, but they're buried away. But if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have had them. And I do want to give a shout out to my best friend. I want to say thank you, okay? So I do want to say thank you to her for getting those for me. The Foam Master Shield. Wow. Brain, Jeremy, brain. The Foam Hylian Shield and Master Sword. I do thank her for that. But now on to the real ones. The first one I'm going to show you guys. I got this one from a friend. I paid about $115. I think it was like $115 or $120, I think. So this is the first Master Sword I have. It's a little bit dull colored, but it's nice. But there is a reason why I don't let anybody touch this one. This one in particular. I'm going to take it out of the sheath and show you guys why. Excuse me there for a second. I'm just putting the movie up here. All right, so here's the Master Sword outside of its sheath. It's about that long. Oh, yeah, there we go. So it's about that long. See? Decent sized sword. Very decent. But here's why I don't let people touch this one. If you look at the tip of the Master Sword, that is ridiculously sharp. I could literally, like if I were to gently, right now on my wooden floor, if I were to poke this sword just gently on my floor, it would poke a hole. It is very, very sharp. Now, I looked at this Master Sword on eBay because I did see the same one on there. It is actually not meant to be that sharp. It's supposed to be a lot duller than that. So whoever owned this Master Sword when they sold it to me, they should have told me that this thing was ridiculously sharp. So that's why this one, I don't let anybody touch this one. Now on to the next one. The next one I got from Comic-Con. This is my second Master Sword replica that I bought from Comic-Con. Now, when you guys look at, now, believe it or not, unfortunately, these holsters, like these belt things, I will admit, unfortunately, these belts, I had to pay separate for each of them. These belts did not come together. The sword just comes like this. Let me show you. The sword just comes like this. Come on, out of there. Thank you. So the belt comes like this, just a regular belt and the sword itself. But I bought the belt because I want to keep them together like this. So it looks like a complete set. Anyway, so here's my second Master Sword that I own. Now, when you guys look at it in the camera, you're probably thinking, it's the same one. What's the difference? Not really. This one's a different one. Check this out. This is the Master Sword out of the sheath. All right. So again, I'm going to pull it back so you guys can see. So yeah, looking at it from the handle up, it looks the same. But look at that. When I get to the top of the blade, I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see that. Okay. Now, just so you guys can see this, I didn't show it on the other Master Sword. So every Master Sword I own does have its replica little indent on there. Oh, wait, the camera's not showing it. Hang on, I got to turn the light on for a second. Hang on. I got to dim my light here. Hang on. There we go. Now you'll see it. So as you can see, every Master Sword has that right there. See it? Okay, there we go. I'll do it in the darker area. So it has the Triforce flower thing on the end like that. See? It has that little Triforce emblem on it. But the difference with this one, okay? The difference with this Master Sword, I'm just turning my light back on my camera, so in case it gets dark. There we go. Okay, so the difference with this Master Sword is look at the tip. Now, people have told me, oh, that's not sharp, is it? It's still sharp, but it's properly rounded off on the edges like the Master Sword is supposed to be. It's supposed to be rounded off, not like a pencil. It's not a pencil, it's a sword. Now, both Master Swords, even the sharp one, okay, even the sharp one, the sides, look, now, normally no one would do this with a real sword, okay? These are dull. It's not sharp. It's not hurting me. But there is one Master Sword I do have, which I'll show very last. There is one Master Sword I do have that I will not do that with. But this is my second one. And again, I'm happy to have it in my collection. Now, when you guys see this Master Sword, you're probably going to say, holy mackerel, that thing got bigger. That's because this Master Sword, the other two over there, like I said, so the first one I showed you guys was about 120, 115. The second one was 90. This puppy, I paid $140 for. This is a bit thicker one. Okay, take your time there, Eric. So this Master Sword here, I paid about $140. Now, this is the only Master Sword I have that is close to the replica in the game. If you notice the other Master Swords I showed, they don't have that rounded off edge before it turns into a thick blade. I'll show you what I mean. Let's take this one out and I'll show you. So unlike the other Master Swords, this one is not that shiny. As you can see, it's not that shiny of metal. So holding it like this, okay, there's the handle. Now, I want you to pay attention to this part right here. See these rounded off edges right here? Right here. See these rounded off edges where my fingers are? That's how the Master Sword is supposed to look. And look, when it gets to the top, it rounds off again. And again, yes, like Kevin said, the insignia is right there, right where the rounded off edges are. See? So on this Master Sword, it's not over here. See, the other insignias were over here, right at the very tip. But see, this part comes out first, then the insignia, and then the blade. Now, again, just like all my Master Swords, okay, just like all of them, I would not recommend if you get a dull Master Sword, please, 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 do not put your finger at the top of the blade. This is the only part of the blade up here that's very sharp. But again, this Master Sword is like my other ones. The blade is not sharp on the sides. So this won't cut into anything on the sides. I can slide my hand here all day and it won't hurt my hand. This won't hurt. This is not sharp, but the tip of the blade is. But again, this Master Sword of mine. This is the closest one I have to the replica in the game with the rounded off edge and the insignia. And again, I'm very proud to say I have it in my collection. Now the moment of truth. Now the moment of truth. You guys were all wondering, is that all your Master Swords? No. This Master Sword, I will not do that trick with. Okay? So here comes the mother of all Master Swords. And this is like one of my best ones. I paid $200 for this one. And I got this one at Comic-Con 2019. This is like one of my most highly detailed Master Swords. And I will take the belt off of it so you guys can see how detailed it is. This is actually leather. This is a leather sheath, and I love it. It's got the insignia on it, the Triforce and everything on it, as you guys can see. Now, the only question everybody has asked me with this Master Sword is that, why are the wings gold? Why is it gold? It should be blue. Because this is because someone else, when I bought the sword from the creator, they said they did not have the full license of Legend of Zelda, so they could not make the wings gold. They could make them blue, so they made them gold. But this Master Sword has a really, really cool feature. Let me show you it. So at the end of the blade, at the end of the sheath, there's a really cool thing about this Master Sword. Look at that. It's got a Triforce insignia little thing at the end of the spoke. That's really cool. But now, here's the moment of truth when I take this Master Sword out. Check this out. Now, I'm not kidding you when I hold this thing. This thing is heavy. This is really, really strong metal. This metal here is really heavy metal. Now, I'm not going to hold it like this too long because I will admit this is sharp. So I'm going to be very careful when I do this. So there's the hilt. There's the handle. There's the insignia. You can see it right there in the middle. And there's the top of the blade right there. Okay? Now, this is why this is the most special Master Sword I own. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera, but if you look in the middle there, you can see Hylian encryption on it. See? Somebody really made this Master Sword really detailed. Look at that. And yes, there's the insignia right there in the middle. See it? Now, I will not slide my hand on this Master Sword because this one, unlike my others, $200, and this thing is sharp. So if I were to go like this with the blade, I'd cut my hands. The sides of this blade is very, very sharp. This is sharp, and so is the tip. So this Master Sword, I don't let anybody touch this one either. This is my prized possession. Now, a lot of you folks sitting there, I know what you guys are going to say next, right? The next thing you guys are going to probably likely say, right? Okay, Jeremy, you got not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, because there's one in the closet too. You don't have just 5 Master Swords, right? Don't you have something to block yourself with? Doesn't Link have something to block, like arrows and that? Well, yes, I do. And I know Kevin's going to be like, when I show this. Lo and behold, this is the metal version of the Hylian shield. Listen. That's metal. And as you can see, yes, I can hold it in my hand. Look, there's a strap on the back. See, look, there's a strap right there. I can literally hold the shield in my hand. Now, people were asking me, well, what's this chain here on the back? Okay, see the chain on the back? Well, if you had a very, 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 and I mean literally a very strong nail in the wall, because I don't recommend hanging this on the wall if that nail is not strong. What this chain here is for on the back, that's for if you want to hang up your Hylian shield and display it in your home. Unfortunately for me, I don't have that ability. I don't have nails in my wall. Now, how I'm holding the shield like this right now, I looked it up on eBay. There's a reason why this handle's here. Certain Master Sword sheaths will slide in here, and you can put it on your back like this. It'll literally go on your back like that, like in the game. It'll be like this on your back. I tried that. This thing is really heavy, so I won't. I don't do that with my Hylian shield. But I will tell you right now, this sits in my bedroom, and I'm proud to have it. Now, I will run off camera quickly, and I will get one more Hylian shield. I do have one more to show, but I do have others, and it take too long to get them all out. So I'll be right back, and I'll show you the other one I got a couple of years ago. So that's my metal version of the Hylian shield. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I'm going to get the other one. Okay, I am back, as you can see. So here is my other one. It's only made of plywood. I thought this was the metal one, but this is a plywood one. And I made another plywood one. It's in the closet as well, so I won't take that one out. But this is my plywood one that I got. Again, I got this from Comic-Con. But there is only one little sad thing about this one. So when you put this on your arm like this, I put this thing together pretty poorly. So I'm going to try to do it as best I can. All right, so there's me holding it on my arm. As you can see, there's me holding it. See? But to display this like this in my hand and hold it, because you got to imagine, okay? So here's the thing. So this Hylian shield, I would not recommend holding on to this thing for a long period of time. Like if you're going to do a quick photo shoot and you're going to do a quick photo like you going like this, yeah, you can do that quickly. But I wouldn't recommend holding on to this because even me just doing this right now, it's starting to hurt my arm. But this one I got this Hylian shield when I got my second Master Sword, which I believe, I want to say that was 2016. So 2016, I got this one. And as you can see the difference between the two of them, I'll show you the differences. So on the plywood version, it has more of a 3D look, whereas this one's got a bit of a flatter look. See how the Triforce is a bit flatter? And same with that. See the differences? But this one's metal. That's why I like this one. This one was metal. See, if someone were to try to fight me and hit me with this one wouldn't take that much damage. This one here, someone takes an axe to it, I'm running. You take an axe to this one, and I'm running because this thing will break. All right, so I'll be right back. I'm going to put this shield back in my bedroom. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, folks. I am back. Now, I do have other cute little things I do want to show while we're still on this live feed, all right? So, as you guys saw with those letter openers, I actually have 2 more Master Swords. I mean, literally, like, I have, like, a lot of Master Swords, as you guys saw in this review. I would recommend getting this. Now, this one, I will admit, it's a little bit loose, but it's literally the Master Sword inside the stone. And again, it's a letter opener. All you do is you just take the sword out like this. Just take that out, use as letter opener, and then slide it right back into the stone, just like that. Really cool. Now, this one I'm going to show, and I will admit, my one best friend, she keeps telling me that she's going to steal this one. Yes, she keeps telling me she's going to steal this one. This is my really special Master Sword, the golden Master Sword in the stone. And again, just like the regular Master Sword, you can pull it out, use it as a letter opener, and then stick it right back in the stone like that. And these display up on my unit here, which is really, really cool. But I do say, folks, I do believe that now does conclude. This does conclude the review today. So, in conclusion, overall, I would definitely highly recommend a big Zelda fan like myself and like most of you. But I do want to give a shout out to those two again, to Legend Kid and to Flexi, which I do hope, Flexi, once your Wi-Fi is working good, you'll be able to watch the rest of the review, because I hope you don't miss out on anything, because there's a lot that I showed off here today. And to Legend Kid. This review was suggested by Legend Kid and by Flexi. But again, as a big Zelda collector, I do recommend mainly if you can get your hands on the Legend of Zelda Hyrule Historia. Like I said, this book, like, it has facts in here about Hyrule, about Skyloft, about Ganon, Link, Zelda, and everything. So I highly recommend, if you can get your hands on this book, which again, right there, it's called right there, The Legend of Zelda Hyrule Historia. See? Title's right there. And the book looks just like that. And if you do go to like a bookstore once this COVID-19's over, if you don't see the book displayed like that, look for this. Look for this cover on the side. It'll look like that on the side if it's in the shelf. You'll see the Master Sword. You'll see a gold Zelda like that. I recommend getting your hands on this book if you're a big Zelda collector like I am. But as I said, folks, that sums up the review today. This is JMW19, and I want to thank every single one of you for being here today. And again, I do apologize if the quality of my camera is not good or the quality of my sound. Like I said, when I was sitting here waiting to go on live, my integrated camera with the laptop, it kept freezing. And if I would have used that camera instead of this plug-in webcam I'm using right now, this video would not have been 35 minutes. Well, now 36 minutes. It wouldn't have been that long. I would have been literally doing like a part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. It literally would be like 5 parts. So that concludes this review, and I hope you guys had fun. Yes, and I'm going to say this to Eric and Helen. Yay, I didn't drop anything. I didn't drop anything this time. Yes, if you guys watch my unboxing of the Back to the Future DeLorean Mark II, yeah, I dropped the car at 8 minutes and 21 seconds in my review. So if you guys want to have a good laugh and watch me drop the car, click in the link below here and go to my page. Look up Back to the Future unboxing, and you'll see me drop the car at 8 minutes and 21 seconds. And yes, Eric, before you say it, I am bringing Deadpool 1 over for tonight. If you guys want, I'll bring Deadpool 2 along with it. We can watch both tonight. So I will see you and your mom for movie night tonight. And all of my subscribers, I want to say thank you all for subscribing. You know, without you all, this would not be possible. And like I said, so right down here in the comments, hit like and subscribe to get more future content. I will look around the house again for maybe possibly, you know, for any more reviews. I have an idea already of what I'd like to review in the next video. I might want to do like maybe, you know, maybe the next review, instead of doing a review, here's what I could do also if I don't do reviews. I could do what's called a Talk to JMW19 corner at 5 o'clock. I can just be on live and you guys can just talk to me, give me suggestions for reviews, and go from there. But as always, like I said, I love you all. I love you all, subscribers. And if anyone does like this kind of content, send people my way. You know, send them to my channel and hit like and subscribe. So I will see you guys next time. And yes, Eric, I know, even Special Olympics trophies, I will show some of those off. But as always, I will see you all in the next video. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekday when it comes up. And as always, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Loves you all. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.